One of the many challenges that business owners have, that companies have, that supervisors and managers have is how do we encourage our frontliners facing problems, disagreements, ugly situations with clients, with each other, with another department, stay and remain incredibly positive throughout the day. And then secondarily, how do you help them be excellent at what they do? And if you can take care of those two things, I mean, companies grow and flourish. Why? Because everyone's being positive and everyone's being good at what they're supposed to do. The movie Life is Beautiful brings that out. That's why we're going to title this segment An Excellent Outlook. So let me set it up. In the midst of Holocaust Germany, and this family, this individual realizes they waited too long to leave. And so he finds himself with his wife and his son being shipped off to a concentration camp. And what he does to protect his son from the ugliness of war, he does so with an incredible mixture of will, of humor, and of incredible imagination.
Detto, cerca uno che parla tedesco. Che sia tedesco? No.
Alles Herren, ich sage das nur einmal.
Comincia il gioco. Chi c'è, chi non c'è, non c'è.
Ihr seid nur aus einem einzigen...
Si vince a 1000 punti. Il primo classificato vince un carro armato, vero?
zu arbeiten.
So how do you help people stay positive? There's some things that just money can't buy. And it has everything to do with how you hire and how you onboard people into your team. Hire people that come in with a positive outlook, and you look for that, and you let them talk, and you ask them about, tell me situations in which you had an incredible amount of negativity and you turned it around. How did you help customers? How do you help clients? Tell me a little bit about that. Do they really bring to the table a fantastically wonderful outlook about life? And that's what's interesting about this movie. Robert Benigni, okay, who plays the character of Guido, every negative situation, he knew how to turn it into a positive.
Pioveva e io le feci un ombrello col cuscino. Fu una notte bellissima e mi misi il volante sulla spalla, feci 2 giri di valse e quando mi fermai davanti a lei mi baciò.
Life is beautiful. You have to make it beautiful. It's got to come from within. You just can't produce that by adding an extra $30,000. You have to spend your money in finding good HR managers who are going to look for people that are positive.
Dai, puoi fare quello che ti pare, siamo proprio liberi, ti va di fare una cosa, la fai, guarda che bellezza. Puoi sfogarti, puoi urlare, urli, no?
An attitude that says, hey, kiss or us, right? What are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? That's not a positive outlook. Where things weren't being done right at the restaurant, he tried to make them better. Instead of walking around the way that those waiters walked around in a very gloomy and kind of, I'm just here to do my job, he did it totally different. So it's not about just having a positive outlook. It's about improving things with a positive attitude and being creative about making your job better. What you got to do is look for people that they know how to get hit by a bunch of lemons and they know how to make it lemonade. The characteristics that you need to look for in everyone that you're hiring. Look for somebody that is hungry.
È tutto l'iter di legge per aprire una libreria. Di legge ci vuole molto tempo?
Anni.
Allora è meglio aprire la pratica subito, faccio.
Guido, definitely hungry. He was proactive. He didn't just sit around and wait for things to happen. He made things happen. Secondly, they have to be humble.
Vai, faccio io. Andate, faccio io.
A humble person is one that comes in and says, look, how do you guys do it here? Teach me, I'm coachable, I want to learn. Why? Because I'm hungry and I'm going to learn to do it your way. I'm not going to come in here as a know-it-all and I'm going to do my own thing. No.
È l'arte suprema, Dio è il primo servitore.
Third thing is they have to have a very good handle on people skills.
Cameriere più fantasioso che abbia mai conosciuto.
Grazie dottore, e lei è il cliente più colto che abbia mai servito.
They can't just be so locked into their style and the personality of doing things just their own way. They know how to deal with the dominant individuals, they know how to deal with introverts, they have a good grasp on people skills. So I'm going to add the fourth one. You have to have somebody that has a positive outlook on life.
Ma che posto è questo? Ma è un posto bellissimo, eh? Volano i piccioni, le donne cadono dal cielo, io mi stabilisco qua.
They talk bad about life, they talk bad about their previous employers, they talk bad about themselves, and as you can tell, they go down and their glass half empty. You just have to realize, don't take the chance on them. All right, so that's the answer, right? The answer is find positive people and everything takes care of itself. No, that does not work. And the movie brings that out. He was a waiter and he was a fantastic waiter. He brought in his personality, but why was he a great waiter? Because he was trained.
Pollo.
Facile. Il pollo si serve intero, con il dorso sul piatto. Me lo taglia? Prego. Prima cosa tengo il pollo fermo con la lama del coltello infilzata sotto l'ala e stacco la coscia.
He puts him in front and he makes him perform and create a mock situation of telling me the menu.
Aragosta.
Facilissimo, zio. Allora, aragosta, infilzo l'ala sotto la coscia, via la coscia, stacco l'aragosta, si infilza, l'aragosta è un crostaceo. L'aragosta è un crostaceo.
He will not let him graduate until he's confident that he's learned the lines.
L'aragosta non me la ricordo, zio.
L'aragosta si serve così come esce dalla cucina, non bisogna toccarla.
È troppo facile, per questo non me la ricordavo, perché le cose facili non posso saltare.
It's a lost art. We hire people, we train them very mediocrely, we don't create a graduating sense of really having to perform to prove that you know that you're good at what you were supposed to do, and then we just simply say, hey, go ahead and start. Get on the phone and make sales calls. You have to train them on how we do things here, you have to train them on our procedures, you have to train them on our box. Master our box before you try to jump outside the box. If you want positive outlook people who are going to be great, let them know during the interview process that that's what's going to happen to them. We just hire people, we teach them very little, we call that orientation, and then we just throw them out and basically say, good luck. That's a patch approach, and then we wonder why people quit, and then we wonder why they can't have a good attitude. And when they don't have a good attitude because they weren't trained, then we blame it on them. That's not the way. If you want to create a beautiful workplace, if you want your people to be excited about life, if you want to make them want to come to work, you have to train them and keep training them so that they're excellent. And in order to do that, you have to create a graduation within the first 2-3 weeks, definitely within the first 3 months. Every month they have to graduate and prove themselves. And if they make it out of 90 days into full-time job to where they're no longer in that probation period, fantastic. Otherwise, call back the second candidate and get them in here. You don't have an option. We spend more than 80% of our life at work. It's got to be beautiful. Life's got to be beautiful.
Oh, grazie. Musica, maestro.
See you at the movies.